Hey there, cherries! It's Jess here, and today I am finishing the decorating of my little card book that I started in a previous video. So if you want to see the construction of this book and how I brought it all together, make sure to go watch that first and then come back here. And in this video, I am decorating it. I'm adding mixed media to it. I'm getting messy, some of my favorite things. So I'm starting with some gesso, and I am going over every page and adding gesso here and there. I try to keep most of my brush strokes either horizontal or vertical, just so it doesn't take up a lot of visual space. Sometimes those diagonal lines can really bring them to the foreground, but because I just wanted some gesso just to start getting painty look on there, I just randomly threw it on every page. I didn't wait for every page to dry in between, and I just would kind of flip back and forth and make sure my pages aren't sticking together. Next, I grabbed this stamp set from Dina Wakley. It's the Collaged Portraits stamp set, and I've been really wanting to use this. I think it's so cool. And I'm using black acrylic paint to stamp with it. I like stamping with acrylic ink when it's either uneven surfaces or glossier finishes. So these cards are a bit glossier, where I think regular ink just would not stay as well. And to do this, I am working on a craft mat, and then I laid out a thin layer of black acrylic paint. And then I just lay my stamp in there and stamp it out. I did do a couple practices and it was working pretty well. When I am stamping on uneven surfaces, I also don't use a stamping block, and that way I can kind of mush it around a bit more. And then, I don't know if you noticed, but on my front cover, of course it happens on the front cover, it didn't do the full stamp, so I did go in with a small paintbrush and kind of painted in those lips again. Now I'm grabbing some other stamps, and I really just wanted a mixed media look, so I have some text and splotches, and I'm just going over every page and adding that here and there. I really have so much fun with this kind of process. It's messy, it's quick, it's exciting for me to do, and it's not like I have a perfect look that I'm going for. I added a little bit of paint around the edges of one of my pages, and I decided I really liked that look, so I continued that through all of them. And that's really what I mean, like, it's not that I have anything planned out, I'm just having fun and getting messy. I also really like this color combination of this really pink book and then how stark the black looks against it. It takes it away from being like a really light and pinky book, which really isn't my style, to something a bit more grungy and messy, which I love. Next, I am grabbing some Dina Wakley transparencies. I love working with her transparencies, especially the faces. I think it's perfect for scrapbooks and mini albums and art journal pages. My favorite way to stick these to the page is just by stapling them in. This works really well because it's quick, it's messy, which is what I'm going for with this kind of book, and if I were gluing them, gluing on the transparency just takes a little bit. You could still definitely do that if you don't like the staple look. And I always would use the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, like something that dries perfectly clear, and that would be fine. But I love the look that the staples give, and I just think it's really fun. Next, I am adding some hearts around this book, and that's because it is still Valentine's Day coming up, and I thought a punch of red would also look good with this really pink book. I am just adding some hearts here and there throughout the pages, and I'm using some barn door stencil butter. I originally grabbed a few different colors of stencil butters and pastes, but I ended up just sticking with this barn door color, and I think it made it a bit more cohesive, and I just really like the look of it. And like I said, I'm adding some sort of red on every page. Some of them I added the hearts. I have other stencils that I added on here as well. And I just really went through my stash. I also like layering on top of the transparencies with paint, so I made sure to do that as well. And of course, any of my mixed media projects need splatter. This is some of the aqua color spray from Stamperia, and I chose to use their spray because it dries really well. It dries like an acrylic paint. So a lot of other sprays act more like ink and could kind of smear off, where this aqua color spray, it just dries permanent, which is what I was looking for with all of the glossy pages that I have. Next, I'm adding in some text. These are from the media typed ledgers from Dina Wakley. I know Tim Holtz has some. I really like these from Dina. Just something to have and kind of make like a book. I think it just makes it more interesting when you're flipping through it to read something or look at an image. So all of my pages either have a face or some of these typed ledgers, and some of them have both. Like I said, I think it makes it interesting flipping through. You could also add in photos or other ephemera or mementos with a book like this, but I just really kept it all mixed media and fun and messy and text. And then I did also add in some jewels. I had these espresso, they're black but rainbowy, and I added some of those to every page. And then, of course, I had to distress my ribbon a little bit also. And look how cute this project turned out. I had so much fun with it, and I hope it inspires you. Thanks for watching.